Good morning, everyone. All right, let me find. Kind of looks like we've already to the moon this morning. So it looks like we have no news this morning. All right. Good morning. Uh, so there's no 3-star news today. So we may be moving straight up today because looking at Manzini, it says plan today, easy, moves done, whole runners, 58.28 to 58 or 54 to 08 equals support to 55.05 equals. So let me pull over the ES chart so we can kind of get a little bit better understanding visually. Still got about 2 minutes before the market opens. So 54.28 to 54.08 equals support, which we have already ran the move. To 55.055 is live. So basically it looks like 53.77 is kind of the line in the sand this morning. Get that marked out. All right. And if we can run the 55.05, we should get a nice little push up. All right, guys, we got less than 1 minute before the market opens. We got a pretty big overnight opening gap here. Yeah, so there's still a big gap. Doesn't mean we'll close it in today, but there's a pretty good size gap to the downside. Just trying to get everything situated. It could just be a fairly dead Monday. I'm hoping it's just a nice trending day where we just kind of get a nice direction going and we just move in that direction all day. Not a lot of back and forth. I wouldn't mind seeing a downtrending day because we have Papa Powell speaking later this week, Wednesday. We have Jamal Powell speaking Wednesday, and I'm not sure if that's the day they make interest rate decisions or not. All right. So we are looking at that. We're about 4 points from that 77 on the ES. So about $100 away. Whew. Bounced right off that. We bounced right off that key level. So that's why we kind of called out that 77. So basically the ES hit that 77 and just ripped back up. It could rip back down. It could be another fake out above that 77. We get back below that 100s, we could have a nice little push down. If we can't break the 80s, we're just going to go to break even. There we go. Guys, I had the wrong account selected. Son of a B. Come on. That sucks. Good morning, Java. I was trying to pass another one of my evals. I only need $100. I selected the wrong one. Oh, I was like, you son of a B. I was trying to get another little, just a 10-point move. Ooh. Okay. Woo. We passed it, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Yep. Passed it. Good deal. All right, so now we're back up to our 7th funded account on Apex after losing lose 1 or 2 last month over the last couple months. We're trying to build that back up. It's still fairly volatility this morning, so definitely no funded account set up. I thought about taking this trend line break, but So we did lose that freaking 77. So like I said, that 77 on the ES was your line in the sand this morning. So what you would like to see if you're still looking for shorts for this, a push back up to retest, which we might have missed the retest of that 77. So it could just be a down move the rest of the day. As long as your 77 holds here. I'd like to see us find, well, this is the wrong chart. Wouldn't mind seeing this be a leg right here. Then a move back up, then a break. We do have an order block that's only been hit one time. Uh-oh. Java, how did you fare last Friday? How are you doing this morning, Trevor? NNA. How are you doing today? John, David, Robert, Hidden, KWW. Sorry about that. I was kind of focused on the charts there for minutes. Let me check my chart real quick and see what we got left. This is where I made a mistake and actually took the wrong trade on this account because this account was already passed. So 72. Wow, that thing hit the 50 hard. We got the VWAPs in at 91. If we lose this 90 area, we should get a nice little dump farther down to the downside. Let's see, 84, 64. Somewhere in the 60s and 70s here, you should get a pullback, then probably another dump here. Man, this thing's just going straight down this morning. All right, guys, there's really not a lot to do here until we get some kind of pullback. Oof. Yeah, like I said, we do have that big gap fill. We lost that 5507 this morning on the ES, or 5477 on the ES. That was your bull bear line. So all we can do now, guys, is just kind of wait until we get some kind of bear flag set up. Let's probably move back to the upside. Got a little. We got about 2 minutes before our 15-minute opening range sets. And right now our opening range is sitting at 24, the bottom of your 15-minute candle. So it may be in a good spot. If it can push down here, hit the 19,000 here, then we pull back up to the 15 minutes. This would have been a fish lips trade. Bounce off the whole number and shoot for 25 to 50 points. Wow, nice. So I wonder if this 50 whole number holds up. All right, so maybe this might be our little bear flag setup here. Good morning, JC King. How are you guys doing today? Sorry if I haven't not as focused on the chat this morning. And I'm also not sure what kind of delay there is on the TikTok stream either. I'm not sure where I take my trades and how long it waits before you actually see them. like to see if we're going to lose these 50 level. All right, that was a tap of the 50. Lost the 50. Take some, because this could bounce at the 25s. All right. Don't do me dirty. All right, next target. All right. The bear flag paid, guys. The bear flag paid you. It could get another pullback off this 90 level. I'm just hoping it doesn't get back above the 10. I'm hoping it holds here at the 10. There's our 10. Come on, 10, hold. Nope. All right. So we did leave probably close to 30 points on the table. Nice. So we used a little bit of a fish lip strategy there. We kind of added it to it. Once I saw it break above the 50, and as soon as it lost the 50 again, I thought maybe we were going to probably go back down to the 1900 or that 25 level. So we kind of waited to buy in the middle there. That's why I kind of bought at the 40 level here on this bear flag. I would think now we might get a push up to your 21 EMA. Usually, if we can't continue down off the 9 EMA, you'll get this 21 touch. Wow, hopefully it's not going to bear flag this early on us. That last one. All right, so this morning, that last trade was worth $162. The one before that was $141, and this was my mistake trade, even though it's a green, but I didn't really need to take that trade. That was on accident because I was on the wrong account for 75. So we're up about 375 this morning so far. Come on, give us the 20. Let's get the big 20 bear flag going on today. What's up, Cook? How are you doing today, Phil? Here's the VWAP push. I'm waiting to see if it's going to push into this whole number here around this VWAP. You got to what is that? Pivot sitting here at the 104s. So you might get a little pivot push, then a push down. You also got a fair value gap fill here too. Ooh. Don't bounce off the 50. Dang it, I thought we broke the 50. I'm trying to. Okay, it broke it. I was a little worried there for a minute. Ah, dang it. Didn't get the runner. I probably entered a little too late in that. I didn't have a big enough stop loss for the runner. Whew. Got pretty lucky on that one, guys. That was cutting it close. Like I said, guys, I'm not really sure what kind of delay there is whenever we're looking at a TikTok this morning. I know YouTube. I'm also on YouTube. The delay's not too bad over here because we have an ultra low latency. So we keep hitting this gap here. Shoot. Might have got stuck at the pivot here. As long as 90 holds, we'll stay in this. But if we lose 90, we'll close this trade. 90's my line in the sand. There's a 90. Man, I might have got caught. Okay, I had to close that. Might have got stopped out from that 100. That was risky, kind of trading into that freaking 100. I touched my charts and there we go. What's up, T-Bird? So that's why I got out of that once we lost that 90. Because usually what it is, if we hit that whole number and start pushing back and we lose that 90, we're pushing back down. All right, so we're in the last macro time. This square box here is your last 10 minutes of the hour. I don't know. I'm not really following NVIDIA this morning, Justin. I mainly just watch the ES and the and NASDAQ. We definitely got a pretty big wedge forming here if you You know, if we're going to lose this 50 level here. I hear somebody else saying we have like a little news this morning, but it shouldn't be like big moving news. Dude, the 50's in beast mode right now. Oh, nice. Ooh, 40 shares. That's quite a bit, Justin. that's some pretty good size money there if you sold 40 shares. What was the share cost when you bought them? Heck yeah. Is 140 what you sold them at or 140 what you bought them? Just waiting to see if we're going to break this 50 back to the downside here. I don't. I'm trying to get some breakout runners here, so that's why we go to break even after we hit our first target. Ooh, this thing's just chopping back and forth at the moment. This thing's just wrecking. I mean, I haven't got any runners, but I have got my 10 points. Just have not been able to get the break to the downside like we're looking for. I mean, I'm still feeling bearish just because the EMAs haven't crossed over. You think later today? Probably so. since we had so much a big movement overnight, most of the time, from my experience, anytime the NQ moves a lot overnight, the New York morning session sucks. All right, this is where we took the little small L at while ago. We tried to get long for the break above the 100 here. And like I said, as soon as we regained that freaking 90 level, that's not where we closed it down. Which it'll probably break this time. It'll probably squeeze here. You got your 50 EMA here, and you got your 50% pullback sitting at 21. What I hope this is kind of like if you have a wedge, and sometimes you get a push above the wedge, then we end up dumping back down through. So we'll just see what happens. Justin, do you mainly hold trades, or do you do like day trading stuff where you're just buying and selling? Like, you know, just small like trades, like less than say 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or even 2 minutes, usually at the max. Whew. Look at that nice little ripper. That's the kind of trade I was hoping for earlier when I was trying to get long going into above this pivot. I mean, that was an insane freaking 50, 60 point pump. Okay, so you do 10 to 40 minutes. See, I've never tried like to do a 10-minute time. Now, I like looking at like the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute. I don't think necessarily being a pro, you know, I'm not a pro either. I just think whatever works for the individual. I mean, if you feel like that time works for you, to me, that's all that's all I believe. Whoever wants to trade what they want to. Yeah, I used to like the 2 minute too. I used to do like this 2 minute strategy where I would follow the candles up as long as they stayed bullish or bearish. I like to see another retest back into the session mid here. Maybe we can get some kind of bull flag set up here. One losing trade today. So far, been a pretty good morning. We're able to get our red back in the green, so that's why we even if we take losses, we try to keep them small, guys. Try to keep your losses small, because there's just the next setup right around the corner where you can get the little breakout. All right, so far, where we at? We're only up $100 on this one because that's the one we took a loss on a while ago. That one's at 138.75. That was an accident trade. I didn't need to trade this because this was already a funded account. I just haven't paid for it. You can see we're over the threshold. We're sitting at 26,634, and you only got to make 26,500. This was the one we passed again this morning. The 26,000. Is that one? Yeah. 26,543. So we're over the threshold on that one. We finally got back up to our 7 funded accounts. Our goal was probably just going to get 10 because we lost a funded account last week or the week before. We lost one of our fundeds by over leveraging. And somebody had, one of the other traders, larger YouTubers, had a 90% special going last week. So this is a 90% account that we picked up last week. So that's kind of where we're at on our accounts this morning. And we also have day trade accounts that I've been wanting to try this one strategy that this guy named Fish Lips that's in my lobby and that he does. And it's basically what you're trading to is the 50 and the 100. So you're trading whole numbers. So there's that bounce off the session mid there. I mean, I just didn't join. I really wasn't really focused on that, but there's that session mid pop. Java, did you take any trades this morning? Justin, on that time frame you're using, do you day trade Nvidia? Like, do you trade Nvidia, or do you pretty much just buy and hold Nvidia? Oh, I'm trading prop firms. It's a little bit cheaper. It allows you to still trade and trade cheap without risking a lot of your money. So that's how I started out. So this one company here, if you can wait for like a special, a lot of times they run really good specials on day trade. So I'm in these day trade accounts. I got 2 for $24 and they're 10-year accounts. So you can keep these accounts forever for $15. Whenever now they don't have a 90% going on now, but I post when they do have it. That way, if anybody wants to pick up day trade, but like I said, this way it allows you to practice, work on some strategy that works for you without spending a lot of upfront money. And you get free data and everything. All right, so we did sell back below that session mid. I'm trading right now 3 different prop firms. So I trade day trade. A lot of times I end up blowing my day trade accounts because I'm usually pretty stupid, and that's because they're cheap. So I do over leverage sometimes. I'm trying to get better at that with day trade. And I trade them on Quantower. And I also struggle with Quantower because I don't use it a lot. All my better trades probably come on Ninja. This is NinjaTrader, and the other one's Quantower. I'm also going to start trading a live account on Tradeovate, but it's only very specific trading. Usually it's nothing but 3-minute breakout systems. And if you go to my Discord, I try to post those in there too whenever they happen. But we have to be patient. Sometimes those take all day. So this is my live account. We have 852 in here. So this is, I guess, real money that we're trading here on Tradeovate. Let me find my... So let's bring this back to the 3 minutes. All right, so this would have been a setup this morning. This is my trading view charts. This is a 3-minute trend line break here, right here. So we had 1, 2, 3 touches on the 3-minute trend line, And then we got the break of the 3-minute trend line. And I'm just looking for 20 points. That's all I'm looking for is 20 points. 2 micros, 20 points, $80. And that's kind of what we're going to be trading on our live account. So all last week, these are the trades that I posted in Discord last night. Oh, not last night, but last week. I'm sorry, last week. So this was this breakout here. So this was a 3-minute breakout. It paid about 50 points. We got short. No, it was right here. I'm sorry. We got short here. And it paid about 40, 50 points, but we only took 20. Same here. Another 3-minute setup. We posted at 8 o'clock in the morning. These can take a while to set up. This took 2 hours for it to break. Look, we posted it at 8:07. 3-minute setup's going to happen. It took 2 hours to break. And we took this trade here too. This was on the 5 minutes. We took 30 points off of the 5-minute break. And I just recently started doing this at the 3 minutes because I've been trying to focus on the 3 minutes more lately. But at the end of the day, you know, it's the individual person has to kind of pull their own trigger and, you know, their risk and all that stuff. So what you see me trading mostly here is eval. So I do take a little bit more riskier trades on my evals. So we just tapped the 100 again. Back at the whole number. You want to see us, kind of want to see us if we're going to lean short. We need to get back below that VWAP here, sitting at 87. Another 90 bounce. No, give me the 50, baby. Oh, I couldn't get it there in time. Damn it. Hopefully we don't retrace all the way back to the other high number. I was trying to hit that 50 level before it reversed on me, but man, I couldn't get it. Could not get it, what do you want to call it? Could not get it on the table fast enough. All right, we'll see if we can get this one to run down to the 90. That'll be, actually, I might even do a 50-point move. I figure 50 points is more than enough with 1 micro. That'd be like an extra $100. Java, have you taken any trades this morning? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I told you, Justin, that was called daytrader.com. Oh, come on. The 50s balance is going to get me, guys. If it comes back up and hit the 100, we may jump back in with 1 micro if it comes back up here. All right. Below the 50, we're going to take some profit because, damn it, come on. No, don't regain the 50. Oh, well. We may try to jump back in with 1 or 2 micros on this next move. Let's see what happens. We're going to go super low here if it reclaims back up there near the 100s. I just didn't want to come back all the way and stop me out for, 0. I was shooting for a 15-minute opening range. That's why I was choosing this level down here at 19,000 instead of trying to take 40 or 50 point move. I was hoping we could get down to the 15-minute opening range down here. Here, what we can do is wait and see if we All right, there's the 100. Let's see what happens here at this 100 level. That was the 100. Ooh. Pop right off that 9 EMA. Oh, it's like, where is that? All right, this is just 2 micros. So we're in this account pretty cheap here if it stops us out because we're already in the green. We still want to hold on to our green. So this is just 2 micros. If it reclaims the 90, we'll close it. 90 is my line in the sand here. So we did reclaim the 90. We're still up 219 on this particular count. So we're still up a little bit. So we got a little bit we can risk. I was hoping once we broke this 80 area that we get a pushback down to the 50. So that was the idea there when was trying to sell that. Ah, dang it. That's going to suck if it goes now. Yeah, it's super choppy today, Justin. We're sticking strictly to evals for most part. We did take some funded account trades this morning. That was here. We finally got these back in the green. We were in the red on these. So we got these back in the green finally. Oh, don't. Like I said, 90 is still my line in the sand here. No, that's so dirty. We just got wicked. Okay, there it goes. I was about to say, man, not again, dude. Don't do that to me again. Didn't get the breakout there on that one. So we just got our initial 10 points, then rip. Like I said, guys, I'm not sure what the delay is on TikTok. I'm not really sure when you guys see me enter the trade and what it ends. I'm not really sure. But I know with YouTube, I'm also on YouTube at the moment, and it's not that long of a delay. We could hit and push back up to those 137s. I do like that. Man, this thing can just go either way. We're also in a big kind of idiot box. Basically, what it is, we're just ranging at the moment. And so we just kind of have to wait for this range to break. Here's your range right now. Your range is between 1940 and probably what, 1920 here. I like to push up to the 30s here. If we lose 21, I'll close it. If 21 holds, we'll stay in it. Because 21 is my line in the sand here. Damn it. Come on. Looking for a 21 to hold here. Because off of this 200 EMA, we could sell back down 50 points. So that's why you got to be careful trading around this 200 moving average. I don't like that it's taken so long to go. I wanted that to be instant for the, there's like a bearish order block sitting up at 37. So this is why we were saying 37. All right, there it goes. There's the 30. More points. As long as 21 holds, we should continue up higher. 21 is kind of like your 50% Fibonacci. But see, we could hit this 50. As long as we hit this 50 and just pull back to the 20, we should definitely get the bigger move up to the upside. Actually, I'm gonna trade this body and all right, here comes your 50. So we may reverse here off this 50. All right, there's a reverse off the 50. I just hope it just doesn't pull down no farther than 26 at the most. Or 30. 26, 30. Oh, there's the 26. Oh, hold. Come on. Give Fish Lips his 25 points and go back up higher. We don't want it to see it come back down to the 100. Hold 26, hold. We need a 25 to hold here. Oh, there was the 26 bounce. No, it's so close. Oh, it still wants it. Look, it still wants it. There it is. Okay. There's the quarter point bounce. Oh, dang it. Looks like our runner's going to get stopped out. We're right below this 50% mark here. So it did pay about 30 points. I just think I was hoping we get to the top of this range up here. And I may enter back in with 2 micro. Oh, shoot, I'm probably going to miss it. Let's see. All right, we're going back in with 2 micros here. Trying to see if we can get another 50 touch. Shoot. Come on. we're in that order block. 63 is definitely a level. 63 is today's open. 1963. I was hoping for another little 50 test here. This is what we're looking for. Get 10 points right below the 50 or right below the 50, then hold our 1 micro runner. Do not like seeing consolidation. I hate it. Just wanted to see it go. All right, there's our first target. We're still going to risk a little bit in this. We're still in this trade for $40 on 1 micro. No, maybe, what's that? 10 plus 6, 16, 16 times 2, $32 or 30. That's right. Yeah, $32 we're still in this trade for. If we get above 63, we should get a to the moon type trade. It should blast if we can get through this 63s. And that's where we're at now. We got to get through the 60s. So if it comes back and stops us out, it'll be pretty much a break-even trade because it'll erase the little profits that we just made off that first candle. Right now, we're up 350 on this account. So this is a fairly new eval for 90% last week. This eval we passed, that was an accident trade. And these two were funded account trades. And you can see they got the little PA beside it. How are you doing this morning, Jackson? Yeah, if we can't get through those 63s, more likely we're going back down. Yeah. So 21 is my line in the sand here, basically, where we just got stopped out at. All right, so the runner didn't get us anything. We were in the profit, almost 40 points on that runner, but we were shooting for a lot more. If we get above 60, we should make a nice move to the upside here. It's got to get above the 63 here. I kind of hope we get above the 63 and have like 1 or 2 candle little pullback here where it bounces off of that level. What's up, Jay? How are you doing today? Vaughn, how are you guys doing? So far, guys, we have taken a lot of trades this morning. I mean, we're to the point of over trading so far. I don't know exactly how many trades. This account here is the only one we've really taken a loss on this morning. We took a loss here, and I want to say a loss on one of these. But like I said, I try to keep my losses fairly small, and this way it'd take either one or two trades to get it back. And so usually what I do, if I get up in the green, we'll knock back down to like 2 micros. That way we're only risking they're $4 a point. With 2 micros is $4 a point. So right now we're kind of waiting to see if we can get above this 163. I like to see us get above the 63 and have like a 1 or 2 candle pullback into the 63. Like I said earlier, if you guys want to join the Discord, I do try to give call outs in the Discord on the 3 and 5 minute, mostly 3-minute breakouts is what I'm looking for. These are the accounts that I usually take funded trades on these type of setups here. All right, so now we're just kind of tapping that opening range high. Not opening range high, the opening here. This is where I said I want to see us pull back, get above this 163, and have a 1 or 2 candle pullback into the 63 level to hold and use it as support. So as you can see, these are key levels here, and we're also in this order block level. So 163 is your opening. What's up, Bulldozer? How are you doing today? Ooh, that thing freaking reversed like 30 points off of that 163. What's up, nice Chewy? How are you doing today? I almost said Chevy. I didn't see that W. I thought that that W was a V there for a minute. Woo. All right, let's see if we can finally get through this opening range. I think this is going to be the push through this time. Let me see what the top of that is. 77. What's up, A? How are you doing today? All right, so we did just make it through the 63s. All right, let's see if we trade back into the 63s here. Didn't quite find support there. Come on. $63 is my line in the sand. We lose that 63, we'll close this trade down because 63 is what I need to stay above. What I do is just kind of keep my hand on the close button here. All right, so we're retesting the 63. Like I said, 63 is my line in the sand. Oh, dang, I just realized I took that on the wrong charts. All right. For some reason, I was thinking I was on the 1 minute chart. All right, so that put us back down to 181. I thought once that 63 was going to hold, that was going to be our target. That's usually what happens on these opening range high here. Ooh, what is that going to do again? Oh, that was dirty. Couldn't get back above the open range there. Not open range. I don't know why I keep calling that open range. The 161. For longs, we got to be back above the 163. For shorts, back below the 121s. Still no 3-minute setups today for our main funded accounts. Kind of waiting to see if we're going to break back above these 160s. And that'll be your London high, your opening day trade there. There's another session mid hit. Wow, look at that rip off that 250 EMA. All right, here comes that 63 again. All right, here we go. So we're back at that level again. There's the 160s again. I'm trying to wait and see if we can break that 163s. Remember that was my line in the sand a few minutes ago. Might have another candle print here. This thing's just being nasty at this level. Like I said, 63 is my line in the sand here. Like I said, we lose 163, we'll close this trade down again. 63 is my line in the sand still. We're still getting stuck at that level again. We'll give it a few more tries. If it don't get through, we'll close her down. All right, there's the first hit. That was the first 90 touch. Goodness, that was kind of rough. All right, so that trade put us back over the 300 mark again. Hopefully we can get one more touch. One more contract. I'm hoping 90 will hit. Then we usually reverse off that 90 there. We're still in this for one micro here. So we may risk $20 here just to stay in this trade. Good morning, Amanda. How are you doing today? What's up, Hughes Jr.? Sorry if I haven't been focusing on chat as much. We've been just kind of really focusing on charts this morning. All right, so this is where we're at on our accounts. This is the account we're currently trading. They had a 90% special last week, so this is what we're trading now. We passed to another funded, so this put us up to 7 funded accounts. So this helped get us back the ones that we lost. This was an accident trade because I thought I was on this account, and these were 2 funded account trades that we did earlier to get us back in the green. If this pulls back and retests as 63 again and holds, we may add 1 contract to this. Because basically that's your 90 touch there. This is why we took profit at 88, 87, because we always get some kind of resistance here at the 90s. We're trying to hold to today's high here. That's at 255. All right, some more 90 drama. 90 drama, guys. 90 drama. No. Hold down 50. Hold 63. No, we lost that 63. Son of a B. My 1 micro got stopped out, guys. Got stopped out. What's up, Stormy? How are you doing today? All right, so we not quite over 300. That put us at 281. I was kind of waiting to see if we're going to get some kind of bounce here at the 50s. I like to see it hit this kind of bounce there. Dang. It just ripped it. Where's the 200? Let's wait and see if we can get some kind of retest. Damn. All right. We're still alive, TikTok. We're still alive. I'm thinking if this 40 can hold here, we can get back below this 200 moving average at the 30s. We should get a nice sell down to the whole number there. Oh no, I hit it too soon. Might hit that too soon. Oh no. I might go to break even. I didn't mean to hit that. That was too soon. I had my hand on the trigger. I was waiting to see some red. Oh no. Don't want to risk too much profits here in case it does pull back on us. All right, good deal. Ah, dang it. What it is, this is our 50% mark here at the 21. If you pull a Fibonacci, this is 50% of the move from this morning. And these are only eval trades only. I would never trade this type of setups on a funded account. I don't know what we're going to do here. A lot of bouncing at this level. I thought once we broke this 21 that we'd at least get a push down to the whole number at the 100 here. Maybe get another retest of the 50 here, then a push back down. What we got on the 5 minutes? Wow, what a nice 50 touch in reverse. Man, what an ugly 1 minute candle. What? Oh, come on. Okay, it did take our candle out. I was about to say. All right. So far, nothing on the runner there. So they got us back up to 348. Was hoping for a bigger move on that one runner. At least down to these wicks down here that we could clear out these wicks. So we may bump it down to 2 micros so we don't lose too much of our profit if we get stopped out. Because we're losing that 21 level again. I like the shorts below the 21. As long as we stay below the 21, I like this trade. If we get back above 21, we'll close it. Like I said, back above 21, we shut our trade down. So we're retesting that 21 at the moment. And this is 2 micros. This way, if it gets back above 21, we're just out 40 bucks. All right, first target. 21 held. That was the VWAP hit. Should get some reaction here in the 90s. I'm still going to risk a little bit on this because we could come back and hit those 110s. We're going to actually risk $40 and see if we can get the deeper trade here. Hopefully this doesn't come back up here and just wick me out. We need to hopefully close below this session mid. What's up, Straight Cat? How are you doing today? Whew, nice move down, guys. Nice move down. So below 21, we're looking for shorts. Below 63, we're looking for longs. Yeah, it's a good start just to start scalping with your paper account to just start out. Just look. The only thing recently that has changed, Justin, is the volatility has been insane lately. So I try to trade as closest to the levels of my stop loss that I'm looking for, because if not, you can just get ripped up trading with a 10, 15, 20 point stop loss. All right, so that pushed us over $400 for this fairly new eval for the day. We're $480 with fees and everything. We're sitting at $433. Like I said, we passed another funded account this morning with 141. This was an accident trade. Didn't mean to take this. We did take 2 funded trades this morning, and we're up to 241 or something between the both of them. And these actually were in the red. I got down in the red a little bit on these a couple weeks back, so we just been scalping them back. I have one that's sitting at 25,588. And 26,875. This one here, I've been probably like one trade away from payout multiple times, man, and we end up losing another $300-400 on one of those crappy trading days, and it's been a repeat cycle with these two accounts. But we've gotten pretty strict with them lately and only trading with those with the 3-minute breakout. And this was kind of like a 3 or 5 minute breakout this morning, but I didn't take it. It was ugly. It was too much noise right here. So even though it did work, it worked for eval, but I would not take this on it just wasn't a funded trade setup for me. There was just too much noise. Too much chop in this area. You want it to be cleaner. All right, so now we actually have a long setup forming here on the 3 minutes. Now, I do like this long here. Especially if we can get above this 63 level, this could be a nice little 20-point long here. So all right, we'll post that in the Discord because that's a possible long setup. Where is Discord? There it is. All right. All right, we're going to post this 1 minute, this 3 minute setup. So we got a nice little trend line going here. We just got to be patient and wait for the break back to the upside. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. And we may even copy trade this one. Nope, wrong one. All right, so here's our 3 minute setup that we're going to be waiting on, guys. Like I said, this could definitely take a while to set up, so can't really be in a hurry when trading. A little bit longer whenever we're waiting on more of the, not say higher time frames, but the 3 and 5 minute setups usually take a little bit. Let's see excuse me. Let's see if the 5 minute has one setting up there too. Not yet. Well, maybe. What's up, Eddie? How are you doing today? Yeah, I was thinking this morning when I was looking for these shorts on this last move where I got short that I wanted to aim for down here, but there was just so much going on. I didn't know if we'd get stuck here. What's up, Ash? How are you doing today? All right, so here's the trade setup that we're looking for here. All right, so we're done just trading. Now we're just gonna wait and see if we can get some kind of funded trade setups later. All right, so this is where we're at on account. This account that I've been trading probably for the last hour or two. We're up 480. This one I only need another $100 to pass this account, so we're back over the threshold. This was an accident trade, even though it was a green. It was an accident, which I'm glad it did go in the green because I was already over the threshold on this account too. And these two were funded accounts here. This is the ones that we were kind of in the red, but last week we took 3-minute setups on these and got back into the green. Today, if this 3-minute works out, we're going to copy trade, and it's going to be this account here and this account here with 3 micros looking for 20 points. And like I said, we also post these in Discord too. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this setup here. A lot of times these setups, like I said, takes up to 2 hours sometimes. So like last week, I posted this setup at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was a 3-minute setup, but it took 2 hours to break. So it took over 2 hours for us to break below those 3 minutes. So these is where the ones you just have to be patient on. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go run and grab some water or something to drink real quick while we're waiting to see what happens with this setup here. Where is... Nah, it won't let me. All right, let me just make it small. All right, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. Ow. We made it back. Like I said, guys, we're just being patient and waiting for this 3-minute setup. What's up, Natty? How are you doing today? So this is a nice little indicator right here that's on TradingView for free. And so what it does is it pretty much draws out your trend lines for you. This way, if you miss the trend line or not paying attention, it'll slap it on there for you. And we also use key levels. So this is the opening range here today. So for this breakout here, I would like to see us above the 63. And see, if we can get long around 63, 65, look for 20 points. And if we can run this previous bridge high, which is at 93. So that gives us about 20 points to work with. Or 30 points. That's if we get back up there. We might not even get back there because we have the we got this big gap here. Now I might like the short here if we get back below this this 924. I mean, that's 100 points down. We had a massive opening week gap here. So this is your opening week gap right here. See this big gap where there's been no trades. So this is where we closed that Friday at 18,807. And this is where we open. It's a 125 point gap. So we could be pushing back down the rest of the day to run this close. But we just don't know. You just got to be patient and wait. And we're also streaming on YouTube too, if any of you guys watch YouTube. Unfortunately, this trade could not even set up till after lunch. Woo! Is there anybody else here that's trading the NASDAQ or ES or gold? I have a gold set up, but I haven't really ever taken trades on gold. Where is 5 minute? Your IBH is down at 987, so I would think that we'd want to get a push down to the IBH here. But like I said, we're not taking any more trades unless we get a setup today. Big gap. Big gap. Just trying to check some of these higher time frames. All right. I was just trying to see if we had any more big trend line setups on the higher time frames. Man, it's very tempting just to get short here and see if we can ride this thing all the way down to the opening with like just a micro or two. All right, there's your IBL break. We're waiting to see if we can get a retest of this IBL here. So what we like to see here is maybe a push down to the 50, then a push back up to retest. All right, here comes our 50 touch. Mm. Damn, come on. Was really hoping we'd get a pullback. So this is the opening here, guys. Today's lows at 927. This is where we opened at yesterday. How are you doing today, Daniel or Diego? Wow, that was a nice bounce off of that 24. That could be the bottom almost here, guys. It could just be the bottom for us to move back up here. All right, now we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. Hmm. Here's the IBL. Just kind of waiting to see if this is going to hold up or continue down here. All right, but Trying to see if we're going to break those 70s or not. Another test of that IBL. Keep our things fairly small just in case we don't continue down. All right. We're at break even right now. We're looking for the 50 touch here. All right. One contract left. So we took that trade right at the 70, kind of what we were talking about a while ago. As soon as I saw it start breaking that 70, we were going to get short. And we could bounce again here at the 24 because that's where we open at today. All right, we're going to take something out of this. I don't want it to completely come back and all right. That was a 60 pointer. Nice trade. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Don. How are you doing today? I think 80, 73, you might see a bounce. 73. We're going to keep a tight leash on this right here. This 18,873 is yesterday's high or Friday's high. So I'm thinking we could get a bounce here. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll keep a short leash on this. We probably won't let it get below the 60 here. This is, like I said, 2 micros. Like I said, this is yesterday's high, or Friday's high, 73. Maybe risk 40 or 60 bucks on this trade. Like I said, we'll keep a short leash on this in case it does sell through. Oh, look at that. All right, guys, that was a 10 and 20 point first target at 10 points, second target at 20. And that was just as simple as putting that on from Friday's high. We were in the red by what, 5 points. So what's up, Oscar? How are you doing? Oh, nice. What trade did you take, Don? Did you take yesterday's high trade? Well, you put a lot on the table if you did. Whew. Don with the $700 victory. We're getting pretty close to probably not take too many more trades. We've taken a lot of trades today, so unless it's just like I like that setup, we're going to take it. Yeah, Don, we're $700 up on this eval today. We've been destroying it on this eval today. So we've had a pretty good day total between evals and funded accounts. So 721 on this eval, 141 on this, which we passed. So now this is another funded account. This gives me 7 funded accounts. This was actually an accident trade that I thought I was on this account. So I didn't even need that because we already passed that one. These were the only 2 funded account trades we took today for 241 between the 2 of them. So that's kind of where we're at today. I'm still going to be waiting for this 3-minute setup here later. Actually, this is on the 5-minute. This is the 5-minute. The 5-minute has you getting long about 130, but I think the 3-minute has you getting longer sooner. No, they're about the same. I don't know how that happened. So if you had the boys to hold this morning, this 807 is your yesterday's close. That would give us the gap fill. But I wasn't going to be greedy this morning. I wasn't even going to try that. But I would, if you were looking for that, a short below the 73 or a print below this, you need to print below it. Or what you like to see is maybe go down, push back up in it, and retest. Then shoot for the 807s. What's up, Hart? How are you doing today? Woo, we're filling in that opening week gap, guys. I don't know. What do you think? You think we should risk bouncing off that gap? I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. I just don't know how much of a drawdown. If I do something like that, Don, on this one, I may do it with 2 micros. So what's that? 807. I just don't know what kind of stuff's there that we could just sell. You know, I'm gonna keep my. Long as we don't go below 90, I like to trade. Long as we don't lose that 90 level. And that's about 17, 15 points with 2 micros. I don't know. I really haven't even thought about it, Don. I really want to be patient enough and wait for that 3-minute to happen, but I don't know if it's going to happen today. All right, so apparently the ES did fill the gap. That's what I'm hearing on the other somebody methodical man here. So no, it has to get down to the 400s. Right? Yeah. To get the gap filled on the ES is going to be sitting at 5,400, and Nasdaq is going to be at 807. So we'll see what happens. like I said, we'll keep a very short lease on this bounce here with the 2 micros. We're up quite a bit, so as long as we're not risking more than like $50, we're okay with that. Because we're up, like I said, 721 for the day. All right, pretty close. All right, there's the 807. Hopefully it doesn't push back below the 800s here. I like to see the 800s hold. Then below 800s, you want to see 90 hold. Above, if I push back below 17, we might go to break even. I wish it was an instant bounce here. All right. First target. All right. We're going to go to break even. Just in case we can't get back above the 25 there. It at least paid 10 points. Got 10 points out of that. Doesn't look like we're going to get our second target. Oh, maybe. It's still bouncing here. Come on. Oh, it teased us a little bit on that one. Looks like we're not going to get anything on this runner. It's pretty close. I mean, it's like right there at it. Come on. You can do it. All right, it's paying the 10 points still. It just, we're looking for a total of 20 points at the 27s. Oh, score. Oh, Don. I was a little worried about that one. I didn't think we would get the push back up. I know. I was like, is the 800 going to hold? Man, that was like a 40-point pop. Almost a 40-point pop. Woof. All right, I pushed this up to a total of 781. So definitely a pretty good day so far, starting out on this account. And I think this thing is probably going to go way back higher. Let's see if we get back above this 50 here. Did the ES run that? No, the ES did not fill that gap in at 400. So I would be careful on the longs here just because the fact that the ES did not run it. You still got a little bit of gap left on the ES, about 15 points. All right. So if I look for a long here, what I do is I like to see it hit this 9 EMA, pull back, hit this area, then a long back above the 20. All right, there's our 20 touch. We got equal highs sitting up at 930, 930s on the plus, I don't know, this could be yesterday's high, so it could sell back down from here too. That was yesterday's high, so that could be a retest of yesterday's high. All right, let's see if we get the pullback here. I like to see a pullback into this area, then move above this. Nope. All right. Let's see if this area holds here. Like I said, the ES did not run the 400s down there, so I mean, the ES looks like it just created a little bull bear flag there. Just don't want to get faked out. Don't want to risk too much on this. Like I said, just 2 micros. I know the ES has not ran those 400s yet, so this is why I'm thinking maybe we push down. We're going to go to break even on the last micro and just see if we can get the push down to the whole number. What's up, Outer? Looking for the 800 whole number here, guys. Looking for the ES to get down to the 400s. Might get our runner here. All right, so we got stopped out on our runner for break even. What's up, Outer? Have you taken any trades today, or you just been kind of chilling on the sideline? So we did not get that 400 push like I was hoping for the ES. I think that did push us, not quite over 800, but close enough, 798. And this could push all the way back up to the 920s here. Maybe this is a 50 EMA run here. Let's see what happens with this next printed candle here. All right, print above the 20. I just don't know if we got to have that 50 EMA touch. Got to get above 73s here. If we're going to continue higher, we got to get above 73 because that's yesterday's high. Yeah, it was filled on the ES, so I'm not the ES, but the NASDAQ. I didn't know if it was still going to get filled on the ES at the 400. Man, it's still holding that 73 up there. The ES is sitting at 10. So you got about 10 points for the gap to be filled on the ES. We do it every morning, Don. Starting at usually about 8:15 or 9:15 Eastern time. We broke out of this little trend here. Let's see if it's just a retest of the 50 to sell back down. Man, I still feel like the ES wants those 400s down there. It's consolidating right now. Just between the 15 and 10 or so. It's just kind of consolidating here. But the opening week gap is sitting right here, I think. Or is it there? I don't know. Let me switch my trading view. Well, no, I don't really want to do that. Sorry. Okay, so for the ES, it's sitting at 53.91. The ES did have a 3-minute breakout this morning, but we missed that one. Outer, did you take any trades this morning? It was pretty tough starting out this morning. It was pretty choppy. We did have that big sell-off from earlier. What's up, the trading? How are you doing today? So guys, the market is closed on Friday for Good Friday. It may be open for a little bit on futures, about half a day. Yeah, we're definitely got a nice little box here. Got the good old idiot box forming. Don't trade the box. Stay away from the box. I do like the longs back above 73. That was a key level from earlier. Okay, so Mondays you're just mainly watching outer. That's usually me on Fridays. I don't like to trade on Fridays. I do, but I don't like to trade. Outer, we've been grinding our one funded accounts that we got in the hold, so we finally got those back in the green. We were down like, I want to say $300 or $400 in the red on these accounts. So now they're back in the green. So we've been pretty consistent with these funded accounts for the last couple weeks. And we're back up to 7 funded accounts because we did lose 1 or 2. Did we lose 2? I feel like I lost at least 1 or 2 last month. Then I'll have to see what my schedule looks like because we are planning on making a trip to Methodical Man. I'm gonna sit in his lap and I'm gonna push his button for him, take his trades for him. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, we are gonna go visit a Methodical Man this weekend and next week because I'm gonna go visit family also back home. Let's see. You heading to work, Outer? This is a work day? Yeah, I'm about done myself, man. We've been trading pretty aggressive all morning. It's been a pretty good day so far, Outer. There was some larger YouTuber had a 90% cold, so we got a 90% eval last week from Apex. This was the 7 funded account that we passed today. So we got back the account that we lost. And so these were the 2 funded accounts that we traded today. So it's been a pretty good Monday so far. We did take a couple losers kind of back and forth on this one this morning, but we kept our stop losses fairly small where we just wasn't losing our whole profit. I started in a red a little bit on this one, but we were able to get it back. So pretty good Monday so far. Hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know how good Wednesday price action is going to be. All right. So the ES just ran that low. Let me find it real quick. Oh, not quite, but it did bounce off the 400s. So I wish I knew where that 31 was at on the NQ. Nope, not quite. Here comes the gap fill. All right. There's the low. Oh. I don't know if this is going to go up. I'm just taking this based off the ES over here. Just 2 micros. 50 is my line in the sand. If we don't hold the 50, we'll close. All right, 1 micro left. Yes. Okay, we're going to go to break even. All right. Nice. We took the opening gap there on the ES. The ES is yesterday's close was sitting at 92. So we took that same oh, Trump is talking? I didn't know that. Oh goodness. I'm glad. Hey, thanks for letting me know that, son. Yeah, be careful if you're taking trades. Apparently Trump's talking, so if he mentions anything about tariffs or anything like that, I mean, we could just literally bottom or go straight up. Whew. No, this is the NQ. Oh, he's talking about NVIDIA right now. Okay. Thank you, good. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know what that is. Are you trading, son? Are you trading NVIDIA right now? I've never tried trading NVIDIA. I'm not really sure what that X-Age is, Glamorous Baby. Oh, you do options? Okay. I've done very little options. I did options a long time ago, and that was only very short term on what is it called? With Robinhood. So I knew very little about options. And I did the safer version of options where basically I would just buy the 100 contracts. Yeah, that was the last time I did options. It was probably on Robinhood. It's been quite a few years ago. But what I would do, I didn't make a lot of money. I maybe made like $400 to $500 max. So what I would do, son, is I would buy like say 100 contracts, and I would look for stocks that are just kind of in the medium between down and old, and I would just sell the 100 contracts, and I would just make my money off the fees that people would buy it for, with the option to buy. So if I bought it at $800, and if it went, if they were shorting it, it went up. So they would just cancel their option. So that's the only kind of options I ever done. I never done the riskier one where you bet against it, or where you're either shorting it or longing it. The more higher riskier options, the ones that pay really well. I think that pushed us above $800 for the day too, guys. Yeah, pushed us up to 858 on a brand new account for the day. So, pretty good day so far. I guess we can see what Trump is talking about. I don't usually watch it. I do watch Papa Powell speak sometimes. All right. Oh shoot, let me go to YouTube and see if I can find them. I'm usually not, I guess, is he still speaking? Oh, yep. Oh, he's not talking about stocks anymore. He's in the political speech side of it now. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had my whatchamacallit down here. Sorry, guys on YouTube. Sorry about that, Outer. If you were watching, I didn't realize I had my picture. Son, do you ever trade any kind of like day trading stuff where you're just trading the moment? Wow, that was a nice straight up move off of that freaking the NAS and gold mostly. I've been trying to mess with gold a little bit, but I haven't really taken any trades on it. So here's the gold chart. I've been watching it. I mean, we still got equal lows sitting back down there at 738. Look at them equal lows. So don't know if we can get a little bear flag set up here and make another push back down. If we don't push back down, we're probably going to our session mid up here at the 997s. Now, I do like if we can get back above the 73s, 73 is my line in the sand. If we can't get above, stay above 73, we'll close this trade down. I'm hoping at least hit this first target. I think we can hit that 90. Like I said, 73 is still my line in the sand here. If we lose 73, we'll just shut down the runner. We hit our first target, but we have a runner that we're trying to get back up to this 50% mark. Like I said, we got our button on the close here if we lose that 73. Ooh, we're at it. Let's see if we can pop above it, or we want to continue down here. Dang it, we lost it. Like I said, guys, this is just 2 micros. I think we're gonna have to close this one down because we lost that 60. So it's almost like a break-even trade. We started off with 2 micros. We hit the first target, but the second one didn't take a runner. That 73 should be like your line in the sand there, because that was yesterday's high. So we could be pushing all the way back down to the 750s here, because we do have equal lows sitting down here. All right, we're going to try to see if we can get this equal lows. All right, if we lose this trade, we're probably going to be ended today. This way we don't keep messing with our profits. We're still up 752. All right. I don't want to get chopped up during the lunch hour. The lunch hour can get pretty tough. All right, so we're going to end up with 66.77. Pretty good US bond trader. And we still could take out these equal lows here. All right, guys, so this is where we're going to finish that on account. This is going to suck if this goes down. Kind of wick us out, but that's okay. I didn't want to risk too much more than what we were risking. So we're going to finish this account at 677. This account we did pass, so this gave our 7th funded account. This was an accident trade because I thought I was trading this account because I didn't need to trade this. These were the 2 funded account trades that we traded today. We did like 1 and I think 3 trade total with these accounts. And it actually got back in the green a little bit because we were in the red on these. What's up, Fish Lips? I think I do, but I'm not sure if I have the right one that you're talking about. All right. Is it just swing? Does it just say swing on it, Fish Lips? Let's see. This one? Are you trading the swings off of those? I still I was gonna try the whole number trading with this quad tower, but I haven't quite done that today. Oh, it helps for stop losses. Woo, look at that 800 bounce fish lips. Yeah, I've been trying to focus those on more to see how they run, but I still don't feel like I got it down perfectly. Like, so when you're trading those whole numbers like that, fish lips, you're not taking the first touch, are you? Are you waiting for it to sell through then retouch, kind of like this, where we sold below it, then came back above it, then hit it? Which I guess when we sold below here, hell, we went all the way back to the 900s. Man, now that you kind of think about it, wow. Hmm. So since we probably bounced off the 100 this time, more likely we're probably going to sell through it this time. All right, so that was another. So on this next one, okay, so you're waiting for it to hit the 50 up here, correct? What kind of stop loss do you use? Or do you have a break even spot? Like if it gets below 30 or 40, do you go to break even? All right, guys, this is just something new we're trying here. This is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also live on YouTube. Sorry about that. Ah. Okay, so we should have been long from the 800s to the 750s. Okay. So this is risking 50 bucks with one micro here. What's up, Ghost? How are you doing today? Now this is where you're looking for. You said what? 900 short. No, son. We've been trying to. No, no, I wouldn't take the longer shorts. No, this has something to do with this other guy that's been in my lobby for a long time. He was just telling me what he was trading. He's been trading the whole numbers. So I was just trying it with him. I had got these cheap accounts to try this. These are like $12 accounts from TradingView. Oh, did it get there? Yeah, I don't recommend taking these. I'm actually somewhat done trading today with my real accounts. These are just something that I was going to try on these TradingView accounts. Not TradingView accounts. I'm sorry, day trade accounts. You got long at 800, Ghost? Dude, if you got a 50-point move, that's pretty good. Now, was that you got long at 800, correct? Let's see. So what do you mean like your stops at 850 now, fish lips? Oh, nice. If you're long from 800, that's a pretty good move. Trading with no music. I don't ever trade with any kind of music. I'm just quiet kind of. You know, I listen to like other YouTubers a lot of times myself, but I don't ever listen to music. Like I said, guys, fairly to new what we're trying to do here, so this is definitely not anything I would copy trade or trade into. Fish lips, are you still waiting for the 900 to get touched? Or do you wait for us to sell through the 900 then retest? Yeah, it's definitely the lunchtime chop here, goes. Oh, so you've been long since the 800 also. Okay. Oh, you feel like we're gonna move to the upside after lunch? I don't know. You think above 73s will stay long? Thank you, Ghost. Yeah, I think I'm about to call it quits in a few minutes. I was actually done trading all my main accounts. Then I thought I'd give this a try with fish lips before I got off. He's been telling me about it the last couple weeks, but I haven't quite got it down yet. be the little fake out here. Thank you for also hanging out and watching a little bit, Ghost. All right, we're back at the 50 level. Okay, so your stop loss was, once you got above 50, you went from 800 to 50 to see if you can hit the 400s. Okay. So how would the next setup work, Fish Lips? So up here, are you waiting for you to get above 900? Do you got to get above 900 and retest for the long? Or are you looking for the short off the 900s? Okay, 950 to 90 range. Okay, so that was actually the retest of the 50 there. I definitely like the longs above that 73 at yesterday's close. What's up, Austin? Good morning, Chad, or good evening. How are you guys doing today? Are you doing today? What's up, Ricky? Ooh, good old 90 drama. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me today. I'm definitely going to try to work on this some more again tomorrow, Fish Lips. Because I definitely like the setups here and the low risk. So like what I was asking before, you don't do the very first test of the whole number, or do you wait for you to break below the whole number and then look for the move in the opposite direction. I think that's where I'm struggling at, when you're supposed to put your entry on those levels. Dude, the 90 here is just insane. Hmm. Wow, it's an insane move to the downside here. What's up, JK? How are you doing today? So if we break the 50 here, more likely we may get a push back down to the 800. Let's see. All right, we're just at the 50 level. We just pretty much went to break even on this one. Okay, so 825 could hold here. I was looking for a pretty big target. I was targeting 25 points, fish lips. I would have got my 20 if we just kept it at 20 here. But we're already at break even. Oh, come on. Just give me my first target. Yeah, that's what I was trying to target, the 800s. All right, first target. Oh, just get a dirty little wick touch. Oh my goodness, there's nothing worse. Oh my goodness. That thing literally just wicked me. Oh man, son of a bee. Man, we were up almost freaking 30 something points. All right. Where did this thing get to? Oh, we got to 803. I missed it by half a point, guys. My target was sitting at freaking 802.50. I should have just closed it. Like Fish Lip says, close it, take your profit. Oh well. All right, guys. Thank everybody for watching. Definitely going to walk away right now because it's lunchtime. Post some of your profits and stuff in the Discord, Fish Lips, or some of your setups. That way I can get some more of a visual. So 800 was your longs here again. Is that what you were saying? See, I think I missed that. Back to the 800s after trying to get above the man. That's all right. We'll continue working on it and see if we get better at it. All right, guys. Everyone have a good evening. Good luck the rest of the day. Thank you, guys. All right, Fish Lips. We'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Thanks for some more information about the trading the whole numbers. Like I said, I've definitely been try to pay attention to that today to try to understand the rhythm of it. Good luck to everybody who is going to continue trading the evening, because that was a trade back to the 800 all the way back up to the 50. Man, that's just insane. All right. Thank you, guys.